Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that isn't Scary Game Squad. So stop asking. Today in the news, I want to start with something that is so important to me, and many of you as well, Final Fantasy VII. Yesterday, during the extremely short Final Fantasy VII anniversary stream, we got to see a bunch of new merchandise, and updates to the mobile game, and even a remake of Crisis Core, now with more GACT. But most importantly, we got to see our first look at Rebirth, the follow-up to FF7 Remake. Even though we don't really know all that much aside from coming next winter, they're definitely pitching it as a what will happen next kind of thing, especially when they just break out a clip of Cloud and Sephiroth on a hike together. I mean, just lots of interesting tidbits, but no answers. However, that is not what's important to me. I'm here to officially throw my hat in the ring as a voice actor for Rebirth. Not because I want it, because it needs to happen. If the game sticks to, in any way, the original story and takes us to Costa del Sol, I refuse to let anyone besides me play the role of Butch. And if you are like, I don't recognize that name, who the hell is Butch? He is this NPC, the P standing for pervert, who is like, I'm here for the whores. And frankly, as a man who has been both a troll who farts and needs a thumb up his butt to stop the farting, and a guy whose robo-dick overloads and can explode if you don't save him in time, frankly, for a role like this, I am the most prepared. Just saying, we should start a grassroots campaign, make it happen. Not for me, but for them. Meanwhile, over in the not-so-hype sector of gaming, let's talk retail. I think it's undeniable to say that video game spending during the pandemic hit record highs. People had a reason to stay indoors and the ability to buy things to keep them occupied. Games like Animal Crossing helped unite gamers throughout the early days of the pandemic, to be sure. Well, it looks like as things are opening back up, that trend is reversing. Consumer spending on video game hardware, content, and accessories fell 19% in May from the year-ago month. The $3.7 billion in spending, while that does seem like a lot, is the lowest it's been since February 2020. In the article over on The Motley Fool, they focus specifically on GameStop and how it is hurting them most of all. Like most places over the pandemic, GameStop had to close its doors and lost a ton of business. And to be honest, it seems like only through the magic of Reddit did it stay in the collective consciousness of anyone, really, due to all the GME, diamond hands, stick it to the stockholders things going on. And as businesses started to open back up, GameStop jumped to the chance to open its retail locations again. The high sales of video games helping to bring in some much needed profits to the company. However, this latest news of a decline is bad to be sure. Of GameStop's latest quarterly sales, nearly $674 million was from hardware and accessories, about $484 million was in software, and roughly $221 million was from collectibles. Interestingly, hardware and accessories decreased from $704 million in the same quarter the prior year. And unfortunately, all this has kind of been a long-running negative trend for GameStop. Motley Fool goes on to say that manufacturers offer physical and digital copies at mostly the same prices. Hence, the consumer has more incentive to purchase a digital copy that they can download and start playing in minutes versus traveling to the nearest GameStop to buy a physical version. And if you can remember back to before the pandemic, this was a trend at GameStop for a while then. I, and many people, thought that GameStop was on the way out. If you just look at the numbers, it seemed like it was declining year after year after year. It was only a matter of time. But over the pandemic with GameStop stocks and the whole idea of diamond hands, I guess it just put it back into the ether. And for a moment, GameStop came back and was like ready to sell you some games again. However, that moment clearly has passed. It's back to normal. And it just seems like we're once again in that very slow death of GameStop. And I feel like it will happen eventually and probably would have happened over the pandemic, except for, wild things taking place. I don't know. What do you think? I haven't been to a GameStop, truthfully, in, 5, 6, 8 years. I have no clue. It's been a while. When's the last time you were there? Besides walking past it in your mall? Or when have you gone to pre-order at a Games? I would love to know. What's your relationship with GameStop? Is it even in your life anymore? Let me know in the comments below. But now, it's time for your Kren Minute.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Kren Minute, my once a week segment where I get to talk about whatever I want for a minute. This week, we're talking about Call of Duty and the amount of Call of Duty games that there are and how they're named. We have Call of Duty, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. That's the first one that adds a name onto it. Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty World War II, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Call of Duty Vanguard, and now Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. But we already had a Modern Warfare 2, but it was with the number 2 and not the Roman numeral 2. I'm like, why? First, why are they naming it the same thing that a game was already named, but just changing the way the number is? That's dumb. I guess I just have a problem with like the way they name things. Like they could have just been like Call of Duty 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess it hits a point where they're like, we don't want Call of Duty like 17, Black Ops Cold War, you know what I mean? So I get kind of why they did it, but like, don't just go back and start recycling names. You'd already made Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. Just don't go back and start being like, it's the same game but different. But because it's not. That's my Kren Minute.
Thanks, Crendor. You know who else is getting thanked? All of the amazing people over on patreon.com/Jesse Cox, just like Max Whirler, Ali, and Joe L. That is it for the show. Thank you so much. See y'all next week for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.